Morning, Steve Fried in Chicago with the morning grain markets are lower. Beans down about 6 cents, corn down a penny, wheat's anywhere from 4 to 5 cents lower. Stocks are lower in front of some key earnings of the tech side of things, and the dollar's a little bit higher, crude's a little bit lower, backing off the recent highs. And in the grains, I think that we're dealing with continued AI momentum traders funds selling the markets lower. And I think that any rally they tend to sell into. So we're back to trying to figure out who blinks first. Does the farmer blink with selling grain to pay for bills, or does the funds blink before they get out, if they get out of their record short positions? The key, I think, for 2024 is going to be weather. Our weather guy continues to dig deep and look back at analog years in which El Nino switched to La Nina quickly, 18-year cycles, warm January and February U.S. Midwest temperatures. It's going to be 60 degrees here in Chicago today. You know, the average person thinks that's great. But if I'm a farmer, I have to be a little bit worried about all these things lining up for maybe May, June being drier and warmer than normal. The new wrinkle from his data suggests that this year we will see some days in May and June at 100 degrees, especially in the western Corn Belt. So we have to start thinking about the potential of a bottom in prices maybe in mid-April and rallies in May and June. So we're going to be watching the weather pretty closely. Outside of that, U.S. soybean season data exports are down 23% from last year. Crush margins continue to decline as the U.S. Continues to crush at a record pace. China now is figured to have bought 10 to 12 Brazil cargoes probably for April, May. They don't have a lot of coverage May forward. There was a Brazil crop tour that estimated the soybean crop at 152 million tons. I think Brazil weather has to be watched because if the end of the monsoon comes, especially the latter part of the safrinha corn crop plantings could be stressed by warmer and drier weather. Argentina soybean FOB is the cheapest June forward. Their meal is also the cheapest June forward. We also noted that U.S. corn exports were running about 32% above a year ago. USDA is talking about a 26% increase. U.S. Black Sea and Europe corn cheaper, but also has some of the worst logistics right now. U.S. wheat exports down 18% from last year, and I think in general we're looking at beans here, FOB 463 versus Brazil 411. Meal here 416 versus Brazil 404, and Brazil could have record February meal exports. U.S. corn at 190, Brazil 183, Ukraine at 167, and U.S. wheat it's at 253 with Russian wheat at 217.